Hello, welcome to another year of the Oscars. As is tradition, this is the second year. As is the yearly tradition on this very active YouTube channel that I have made my own selections for the Oscars. I've created 5 nominees and 1 winner in each of the major categories. I'm going to go through and give my picks, give my opinions, and we'll just see where it goes. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks, and we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with the sound category. So we're going to do 4 nominations, and the last one revealed will be my winner, just like last year. And here we go. For sound, David Fincher's The Killer, The Creator, How to Blow Up a Pipeline, Oppenheimer, and the winner, The Zone of Interest. All of 5 of these are really good to great movies. The Creator's kind of the weak point, but in the technical categories, you kind of can't deny it. But The Zone of Interest doesn't work if its sound is not as good as it is. That movie, I don't think you'll ever listen and hear a movie like The Zone of Interest. I know a million things have already been said about it. It's one of the best movies of the year. It's an incredible achievement, especially in its sound design. The movie doesn't work if its sound design is not completely flawless, and luckily it is. It's a fantastic and a really, really interesting movie to watch. Moving on to score, Killers of the Flower Moon. I apologize, I don't have the composer listed, and I don't remember their names either, so sorry. Killers of the Flower Moon, Across the Spider-Verse, great score. Godzilla -1, that in an IMAX theater is on another level. The Boy and the Heron, kind of the only thing I liked about the movie, and the way it looks as well, but sorry. And the winner is Oppenheimer, because how couldn't it be? Obviously, Oppenheimer, great score. The Boy and the Heron, I'm shocked that didn't get a score nom. I really thought I was going to get an actual Oscar nomination for score. Godzilla -1 was in the running, too. I was kind of surprised neither of those got it, but all 5 of these movies are great. Again, Boy and the Heron's kind of the weak point for me in this category, movie quality-wise, but overall, a really strong category at the Oscars this year, and in my picks as well. I mean, I think my picks are perfect, but that's just my opinion. We'll move on to visual effects, starting with Godzilla -1. Of course, how couldn't it be? Oppenheimer, obviously. Come on now. I know it didn't qualify or whatever for the actual Oscars, but it qualifies for me. It qualifies for the Coballs. And what more can matter? The Killer, a little bit kind of hidden effects throughout almost the whole movie. I think it's beautifully done. Great visual effects. Poor Things, of course, fantastic looking movie, and the CGI is really, really well done. But my winner is The Creator. I have to give credit where it's due. The Creator, all of its strength lies within its visual effects, its sound design, its creative design. Everything physical or created, computer generated, is incredible. The acting and the script is the weak point of that movie. But, I mean, hey, you gotta have a good time with The Creator. You simply must. Great movie. We'll move on to cinematography. We're getting closer to the bigger categories now. Cinematography, here we go. The Zone of Interest. Of course, again, the sound is one thing. The look of this movie is something totally different. It all works in this movie. Poor Things. Again, good-looking movie. Unique as well. The Creator. Gotta give credit where it's due. Oppenheimer. Pretty chalk answers by me so far, but my winner it's Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it's the best looking movie of the year. Really, really well shot. Martin Scorsese, his DP, his cinematographer, they know what they're doing. They've been around the block a couple times, I'd say. Fantastic movie, fantastic looking movie. When your movie is 3+ hours long, it has to be good looking. It's got to be appealing on the eye. That 3.5 hour runtime, man, that flies. And one of the reasons is this movie looks so good. We're going to move on to adapted screenplay. The Zone of Interest. Kind of a weird screenplay, but again, very, very compelling. Oppenheimer, obviously. Nolan loves to tell his stories in weird ways. His screenplay messes with, the time. The time jumps back and forth, the black and white. What hasn't been said about Oppenheimer at this point? Spider-Verse 2. This one might be a little controversial. It's an animated superhero movie getting a screenplay nom, but I think the script is fantastic. I don't think this movie works as well if it's a bad script. The Killer. I think The Killer is a fantastic script. It's a lot of Michael Fassbender by himself talking, and you know what? That's good enough for me. But my winner for adapted screenplay is Killers of the Flower Moon yet again. 3.5 hour runtime, and this movie flies by. And I know it. I said the visuals matter, but guess what? The screenplay matters a lot. This script is fantastic. It's pretty much perfect. This movie is a home run, and in case you couldn't tell, you're going to be seeing it a lot more on the rest of these nominees. So just be ready for that. Let's move on to original screenplay, though, starting with our first nominee. No One Will Save You. If you didn't see this movie, check it out on Hulu. It is really, really good. I might be being a little cheeky here with this nomination, but it's a pretty much a wordless movie. But the screenplay, I mean, I like the script. I like the screenplay. The script even leaked online at one point, and it was very funny to kind of see what the actual, what was in the text itself. But this is a really good movie, and I think the script has a lot to do with it. The Iron Claw. Really, really good movie. Great screenplay. The Holdovers. Come on now. Just a fastball down the middle. And it's a really, really good movie. The screenplay certainly carries this movie, in my opinion. I know the actors are great as well, but this script really holds it together. Anatomy of a Fall. Whew. I don't want to spoil Anatomy of the Fall if you haven't seen it. Please go watch it. Just throw on your subtitles. Watch Anatomy of the Fall. Great movie. But my winner for original screenplay this was the one that's going to be a shock, I think. It's Rye Lane. If you haven't seen Rye Lane, check out Hulu. Hulu is not paying me to plug Rye Lane and No One Will Save You, but Rye Lane is one of my favorite movies of the year. It's an absolute delight. Movies like this, it's cheesy to say they don't make movies like this anymore, but they kind of don't make movies like this anymore. But I think movies like this might be coming back, which is very exciting. With Anyone But You making $1 bazillion at the box office, Rye Lane is a story of two teens, maybe in love, maybe not in love, kind of coming of age for both of them. Absolutely lovely, delightful movie. Takes place in London as well. It's so good, and the screenplay is immaculate. All right, we're moving on to the big categories. Supporting actress. First nominee is Cara Jade Myers in Killers of the Flower Moon. Excuse me. Penelope Cruz for Ferrari. Vanessa Kirby for Napoleon. 2 wife nominations because they are fantastic in this movie. Obviously, the wife trope sucks in most movies, especially, the past 30 years or so, but these two knock it out of the park because they're great actresses. What do you want from me? Da'Vine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Congratulations on your upcoming Oscar win. I'm not sure I've ever seen an actor dominate every single precursor award like she has. But my winner for supporting actress, it has to be Rachel McAdams. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. For the love of God, how did we not nominate her for this performance? I don't understand. It's Rachel McAdams. This was a slam dunk. If this was campaigned, if people saw this movie, I can't believe people didn't see this movie. This movie is a delight. People needed to see this movie. They needed to get behind Rachel McAdams. I cannot believe that she wasn't campaigned harder. Rachel McAdams, you have a Koval Award, though, so what more could you ask for? Best Supporting Actor. Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. Pretty good, pretty absolutely hilarious performance from him. Donnie Yen in John Wick Chapter 4. Don't at me. He's having a blast, and if I had a nickel for every time Donnie Yen played a blind ninja Jedi type guy, I'd have 2 nickels. Bobby De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Come on now. Milo Machado Grainer, Anatomy of a Fall. If you're not sure who that is, it's her son. An absolutely wonderful performance. If the Academy would have been brave, they would have nominated him. But I will not be brave here with my winning pick because how could I be when Bobby Downey Jr. is right there on the screen. RDJ, he's taking on the Oscar for sure. And this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award for him. This is no, oh, thanks for being Iron Man for a decade. Here's your first, Oscar in a very serious role. This is a home run performance. This is not just, the Academy making up for the fact that, maybe he was ignored once or twice, it being nominated for Iron Man. This is a real, legitimately earned performance. It's a fantastic movie, and he is a big reason why. Congrats on the Oscar. And congrats on the Koval. All right. Entering the big boys here. Lead actress. First nominee. Sandra Huller, Anatomy of a Fall. Great movie. Margot Robbie for Barbie. This movie does not work without Margot Robbie. This movie does not work if the lead actress is anything but perfect. And I think she's very, very perfect in this. You have to give the flowers where it's due. Emma Stone in Poor Things. Barbie for adults, pretty much, in this movie. Fantastic performance. Caitlin Dever, No One Will Save You. If this isn't the plug for No One Will Save You, I don't know what is. Go watch it. Basically a wordless performance. Really, really good. Really captivating. But my winner, it's my favorite performance of the year in any movie from any actor or actress. It's one of the best things I've seen in a long time. It's Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't even want to argue this with anyone. It's a colossal home run. I will be very, very sad if she doesn't win the Oscar. I would be happy for Emma Stone, but just give it to Lily Gladstone. I am begging you. She is perfect in this movie. She is quiet. She is devastating. She is everything that makes this movie so good. Give her the Oscar. Best lead actor. David Johnson in Rye Lane. He's the lead of Rye Lane. Again, if you haven't seen it, please go do it. He is lovely. Leonardo DiCaprio on Killers of the Flower Moon. What are we doing snubbing Leonardo DiCaprio at the Academy? Give him a nomination. What are we doing? This is a wonderful performance. Why are we ignoring it? I don't understand. Zac Efron in The Iron Claw. Hello! Why are we... Lead actor is kind of appalling for the Academy this year. What the heck are we doing? Not giving Zac Efron and Leonardo DiCaprio nominations. Whatever. The Iron Claw. It totally ignored. So sad. Joaquin Phoenix for Napoleon. This one's a little controversial, maybe. I can see why people didn't necessarily click with this performance. I clicked with it for sure, though, because I think it's absolutely hilarious that this is the way he portrayed Napoleon, and the fact that he was willing to do stuff like this is absolutely fantastic. So give it to Joaquin. But my winner is Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. Again, I'm being very boring. I kind of can't deny it, okay? What do you want me to do? You want me to go against Cillian Murphy this year? I don't think so. We'll move on to director. Here we go. The 5. Best director. Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall. I'm so happy she got the Oscar nomination. I'm so happy. Rain Allen Miller for Rye Lane. This is Rain Allen Miller's first movie, if I'm not mistaken. She is someone to watch for in the future. And please go watch Rye Lane. It's only like 105 minutes long, too. Go watch it. Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon. Obviously, what more do you want? Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. Again, the direction of this movie is what makes it a masterpiece. And my winner, again, boring. I'm sorry. It's Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Please don't look at me. I'm sorry. I think it's the best directed movie of the year, probably. I am also, not to spoil, but I'm also someone that I like to split my Best Picture winner and my director sometimes. So Nolan gets my director, and sorry to spoil, but I guess that means Oppenheimer won't be getting Best Picture, is it? All right, I had to switch places so you can see properly, but now it is time for Best Picture, and I apologize. I'm just realizing that I skipped over a couple of honorable mentions that I wanted to give, so I'm going to do that right now because why not? For Best Supporting Actor, a couple of guys that missed out. Dominic Sessa in The Holdovers, I think, is wonderful. It's a great breakout performance, and I got to shout out Robert Pattinson for The Boy and the Heron. He voices the titular Heron, and it is immaculate stuff. For Best Actress, Greta Lee for Past Lives just misses out. I'm so sorry, Greta Lee. I loved Past Lives. Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla I thought was wonderful as well. In Best Actor, Michael Fassbender for The Killer is my only honorable mention. I think Best Actor was kind of the weakest year this year, I'd say, but Fassbender's brilliant in it. For Best Director, this will kind of spoil things as well for who's my top 10 in Best Picture, but David Fincher, all the guys that directed Spider-Verse, because there was like 4 of them, and Kelly Freeman Craig for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, are my honorable mentions in those categories. Okay, glad that's out of the way. Best Picture from 10 to 1. Number 10. Ignore the mouse. Godzilla -1. Whew. Seeing that in an IMAX theater was one of the best decisions I made this year. Number 9, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Delightful movie. So good. Number 8, The Iron Claw. Quite the opposite of Are You There, God? A devastatingly good movie with a devastatingly great cast, Great acting, great script, great everything. The Iron Claw. Number 7, Poor Things. A lot has been said about Poor Things already. I don't think I need to add any more to the discourse of Poor Things. It's a really great movie. Number 6, The Zone of Interest. This was almost higher up. I feel bad only having it at 6. In my opinion, it has the best chance to upset Oppenheimer at the actual Academy Awards, but it's only 6 for me. Sorry, Zone. Number 5, Anatomy of a Fall. Fantastic movie. We're basically eking in on like perfection territory now. Anatomy of a Fall is a fantastic movie. Number 4, Rye Lane. I love it endlessly. Rye Lane is fantastic. Number 3, Oppenheimer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Oppenheimer. There's 2 movies above Oppenheimer, and again, I honestly could change my top 3 in like any different day. It could be something different, but Oppenheimer for 3, it's where it's been all year for me. It's a perfect movie, basically, but it's just not as perfect as my top 2, and I do apologize for that, Christopher Nolan. Number 2, Across the Spider-Verse. I have no shame, okay? Yes, the Spider-Man animated sequel is my second favorite movie of the year. I saw it twice in theaters in the same week, I think. It's a fantastic movie. That opening, like 15 or 20 minutes where they're fighting the Vulture is some of the best stuff I've seen in a long time in a movie theater. I could not believe how engrossing this movie was the entire time. But it's not as engrossing as number 1, the best movie of the year, without a doubt for me. I've never wavered from this opinion. It is Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese, you've done it, you beautiful man. This movie is perfect. Absolute perfection. If you haven't seen it, I know it's very long. I don't care. Take 3 hours, take 3.5 hours, whatever, and watch this movie. It is amazing. It needs to be watched. You need to watch it. I'm looking right at you. It's a perfect movie. I cannot speak highly of it enough. Those are my picks. I feel like I moved through this very quickly. I hope I did. Hopefully when editing this, I realize how quickly I moved. But let me know your thoughts. Did I snub anything bad? Did I make any great picks? I think I made all great picks. I think 100% of my picks are great. Therefore, I don't expect to see any negative comments in this video. That is it. I plan on posting more videos on this channel, I promise. Some maybe Avatar: The Last Airbender reactions, since Netflix released their limited series on it. Maybe some other stuff. I don't know. But either way, thank you everyone for watching. If you stuck to the end, I very much appreciate it. Give this video a like. Oh, I hate asking that. It's so weird. So cringe. That's even worse. Cut that out. Give this video a like if you so desire, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you watch the Oscars and go watch movies. Woo!